happy Saturday or whatever day it is where you are. Today we have a hatha flow that is good for twists, balance, and core. So come down to your comfortable seated position and we'll get started with warming up the body. So we'll start on our bums with one leg in front of the other. Get comfortable. Move the fleshy part of your butt to the side. To sit on your sit bones, have your spine straight. Shoulders back, chest relaxed. Have your chin parallel to the ground. You can bring your hands in front of your heart, or you can take a mudra on your knees. We'll just ground down here to set an intention for our practice. It can be a dedication, it could be a mantra, and we'll come back to this intention throughout the practice when things start to heat up and we need to focus on one thing. So let's just take a quiet moment. And bring your hands together in front of your heart if they're not there already, to set your mantra in stone. And namaste. So first we'll start by warming up the neck. We're going to do neck circles. So as if you're drawing a circle with your nose, inhale to lift your head up and exhale to drop it down and bring it back up on the inhale. So we'll do 5 of those in a clockwise circle, moving with your breath, just releasing the tension in the neck. I know I hold a lot of my tension at the top of my body. So when you've done 5 clockwise circles, you can reverse your circle. It's important here, and in all of yoga, to connect your movement with your breath. So once you're done 5, we'll move to our shoulder rotations. So same idea, placing our hands on our shoulders or our collarbone. We're going to bring our shoulders in circles, trying to touch our elbows at the front and trying to reach our shoulder blades together in the back. So we'll do 5 one way. And then when you've done 5, we'll reverse the circle, reaching the shoulder blades together, trying to touch our elbows together in the front. This is warming up the shoulder socket, getting our body ready for the practice. After 5 of those, we'll do wrist movements. So just here, rotate your wrists in 5 clockwise circles, or maybe we'll do 10 here. Breathing normally. And then we'll go the opposite direction. Okay, and when you're finished that, you can release your palms down to your knees. And the next thing that we'll do is actually warm up our knees. So come onto the back of your sit bones, put your hands on the ground, and lift your knees up, and we'll just rotate our legs in a circular movement. I'm going clockwise right now 5 times. Make sure you're breathing. And then you can reverse the circle here. Just giving our knees warm up. Okay, you can drop that. You might already be feeling a little heat in your core. If you are, that's good. And then finally, we will do some ankle rotations. So from here, we'll do one at a time. So bring your right leg in, catch your foot with your left hand, and we'll just do some circles. 5 times clockwise, moving the ankle with our hands. And then reverse your circle. Good. Drop and switch. Breathing. Don't forget to breathe. And reverse your circle after 5 times. Okay, it's always important to warm up the body before you get into any sort of heated flow, or in general in yoga. The body has to be properly warmed up. So now that ours is, oh, not all the way, our glands are, but we're going to do some cat-cow variations. So we'll come forward onto our hands and our knees in a tabletop position. So you want your hips to be over your knees, and you want your shoulders to be over your wrists. So here we have this flat tabletop. Your spine is straight, neck is straight, and ankles are in line with your knees. Okay, so here in this tabletop, on the inhale, we'll drop down and lift our head up. Exhale to drop our head down and raise our back to the ceiling. Inhale, drop your chest down, drop your belly down, lift your head up, creating some stretching in the lower back. Exhale to drop your head down and raise your back up to the ceiling. Keep this movement going with your breath. And if your mind starts to wander, just come back to your mantra. Remember why you're on the mat today. Maybe you're feeling like you needed some movement, so here you are. Okay, on your next inhale, come back to a neutral tabletop. And on your next inhale after that, we will extend our right leg back straight behind us, starting with our toes on the ground. Just see how that feels here. And maybe you lift your right toes off of the ground, keeping your hips neutral here. So we're not crashing down into our right, we're not crashing down into our left. We want both of our hips pointing down here, maintaining the same weight on each hand. And if that feels good, then we might shift the weight onto the right hand and lift the left arm parallel to the ground, creating a straight line with our arm and our back leg. Holding here, looking down, reaching forward with your hand and reaching back with your leg, extending your energy from the front to the back. Holding here, drop down. Feel the difference between your right and your left side. Maybe your arm is warming up. You can wiggle your hips a little bit. Come back to neutral. I don't know what that accent was. Come back to neutral and lift your left leg, putting your toes on the ground. Feeling what that feels like. Maybe create some movement here. A lot of times we forget about these parts of our body, especially if we've been sitting around a lot. So it's good to get the movement going, to get the blood flowing, just getting some oxygen around. Okay, so inhale, lift your back leg, keeping the toes pointed down, heels, hips, neutral, hands grounding down into the mat. And here, if you can, tap your weight into your left hand and lift your right hand, creating that line of energy between the front of your hand and the back of your left foot. All right, drop that down there. And come off of your wrists. Maybe give them a little bit of a rotation again. And we'll just come down into child's pose. So your belly is resting on your thighs, your forehead is on the ground, and your arms are back behind you. Heels and toes are together. Just resetting the body after that little warm-up. Okay, inhale, plant your palms to come up, back to tabletop. Curl your toes under for your first downward dog. Walk your feet. As one of my favorite teachers says, walk your dog. If you're new to yoga and you're unsure of this alignment here, you want your heels to be trying to reach towards the ground. You want, I know you probably can't really see it, but you want to have your legs completely straight here. Your knees can be slightly bent if you have tight hamstrings. Arms and hands are in a line. Hands are shoulder width apart. Feet are hip width apart. My head is not looking at the mat. My neck is in a straight line with my spine. I'm pushing back with my hands, grounding down through my heels, looking at my belly button, and as if somebody is pulling my hips up to the ceiling with a string. So we're really trying to get that stretch in the back of our legs. And once you've got your alignment, take your dog for a walk. All right. Beautiful. Come to stillness here. Ground down through your fingertips. Look forward and step your right leg and then your left leg between your hands for a downward forward fold. All right, bend your knees a lot here. It's hard to see with my pants. Bend your knees a lot. We're not putting any stress on the hamstrings right now. We're not putting any stress on the lower back. We're just warming up. You can move side to side. You can hold your arms and let them hang and let gravity pull you down, letting all of your stress, all of your tensions just fall out of your head, fall off of your back, fall off of your shoulders, onto the ground in front of you, and brush them away. They don't belong here. There you go. Plant your palms and come up for a halfway lift. Maybe you just put your hands on your shins for now, keeping slight bend in the knees to protect your lower back and to protect your knees. But the importance here is that the back is straight and the neck is in line with your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Head down, And inhale to swoop your arms up, engaging your core and rolling up to a standing position. Bring your palms to your heart center. Shake your legs out a little bit. Maybe shake your arms out. We're getting the tension out of our bodies. There's a lot of it going around right now, I think, and just a lot of uncertainty. So again, whenever you're feeling that, heaviness, the weight, you can always come back down here to let it come out. You can root down, feel the support underneath your feet. Come back to your mantra. Come back to your breath. When everything around us feels out of control, we can always come back to these things that we have control over. Okay. So from your standing position at the top of your mat, bring some space in between your feet. They don't need to be tight together right now, so maybe hip width apart, maybe a little bit more, depending on how you feel today. Just give yourself some space. Let it all go, and just do whatever feels good for your body today. Always listen to your body. So here, in your relaxation standing pose with your tailbone tucked under, inhale and exhale, bringing your hands to your heart. Inhale to raise your hands above your head. Look up at your hands. Exhale to forward fold. Head down. Inhale, plant your palms and step your right leg back into a very low lunge. Uncurl your back toes. Feel the stretch in your right hip flexor. Look forward. Don't arch your spine like this. Try to create a straight spine. Look up if you want. Exhale. Plant your palms. Inhale. Hold your breath. Curl your toes under. Bringing your left leg back behind you for a plank. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale, drop your knees, bend your arms into your chest, and plant your chin on the ground. This is an 8-point pose. In this pose, we want our arms, our elbows, to be bent inwards. Inhale. Coming forward into a baby cobra. So my hands are next to my rib cage. They're not up here. They're back here. My elbows are tucked in. My arms are in. My feet are together. My weight is mostly in my hip points. It's not in my chest area. So I'm bringing my chest off of the ground. Exhale, curl your toes under, press up and back with our feet together. Spine straight, kind of like the downward dog, but our feet are together right now. Heels are reaching towards the ground. Mountain pose. Inhale, lift your right leg, bend your knee, rotate forward, and step your right foot in between your hands for that low lunge. Drop your left knee down. Look up or look forward. Sending your energy upwards. Exhale, plant your palms, curl your left toes, step your left foot forward, in between your hands. Forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, bringing your hands down to your heart. Okay. How does that feel? I hope you're warming up your hamstrings, your hip flexors, stretching your arm muscles, just waking the body up here. The next one, we're going to go a little bit faster. So inhale, raising your palms up to the ceiling. Look up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, plant your palms, stepping your right foot back. Drop your right knee. On the next inhale, twist up. You want your arms to be in a straight line here. Exhale, plant your palms. Inhale, hold your breath, come back to plank. Exhale, drop your knees, come down into this 8-point pose. Inhale, baby cobra. Hands at your rib cage and feet are glued together, looking down at the ground. Not looking up, we're creating a straight line with our neck. Inhale, press up and back, this time into a downward dog. Inhale, bring your right leg forward, coming down into that low lunge. Plant your left hand on the ground and swim your right arm up to the ceiling. You want to reach up with your right arm. We're not collapsing into our left shoulder. We're reaching up to the ceiling, sending our energy upwards. Neck is straight. It's not down here. It's not like this. Straight and aligned with our spine. Exhale, release your palms. Curl your toes under. Inhale to step our feet together. Forward fold. Inhale to come up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, we're going to do the other side. Inhale, hands to ceiling, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step your left leg back, drop your left knee, plant your palm, lift your right arm up to the ceiling. Twist. Exhale. Plant your palm, curl your toes, step back into plank. Exhale, dropping your knees, bending your arms down into the Ashtanga Namaskar is what it's called in hatha. Inhale, coming forward, baby cobra. Exhale, press up and back into downward dog. Inhale, lifting your left leg, stepping it between your hands, drop your knee, plant your palm. Exhale. Inhale to curl up and twist. Exhale, plant your palm, curl your toes. Inhale to step forward for forward fold. Inhale to come up. Exhale, release. we're going to add a high lunge instead of the low lunge. And maybe if you feel like it, you can add a twist. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. Everything that we do here is about modifications. If you don't want to do it, if it's hurting, you can always drop your knees down to the ground. You can always make it harder if you want to. It's always up to you. So, inhale. Hands to the ceiling and look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant your palms, stepping your right leg back to a high lunge. Look forward, swinging your arms up to the ceiling. Your back foot has your toes curled under. Your heel is reaching back to the back of your mat. Arms are straight, pointing to the ceiling. Hands are together, fingers are together. I have space between my ear and my shoulders. I'm not coming up like this. I have space. All right. Great. If you want to, come down and maybe add a twist here. Painting your hands up the wall to the ceiling, shooting your energy upwards. Exhale, plant your palms. Bringing your left foot back behind you into plank. This time, drop your knees down, come forward, and inhale to come up into a full cobra. Heels are still together. We're creating a back bend here, so look back behind you or up to the ceiling. Your hip points should be on the ground. Exhale to release. Inhale, pressing up and back to downward dog. Maybe walk it out. Inhale. Raising your left or right foot. Bringing your right foot in front of you in between your hands. Keeping that left leg up. We'll come up into our high lunge. And exhale to plant your palms. Inhale to twist. Exhale, dropping your palms down. Inhale to step your left leg forward. Forward fold. Inhale to come up. Every time we come up, we need to engage our core. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant your palms, stepping your left leg back. High lunge. Maybe this time you look up to create a back bend. Exhale to plant your palms, painting up your body to twist with your hand. Exhale, plant your palms, stepping your right foot back to plank. Inhale, exhale, drop your knees, coming down to the 8-point pose. Inhale, cobra. Arms are almost straight here, but we're keeping our hip points on the ground. Relaxing our shoulders from our ears. Heels together. Inhale, exhale to come down. Inhale to press up down dog. Inhale. Raise your left leg. Bring it forward in between your hands. Keeping your right leg raised. Come up into high lunge. Look back. Plant your palms on the exhale. Twist on the inhale. Exhale. Plant your left palm. Inhale to step your right leg forward. Forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to engage your core and come up. Exhale, release your palms down by your side. Okay, that was our warm-up. Coming back to the mantra that we said at the beginning of this class. Close your eyes here. Feel your body. Feel the heat in your body as it slowly starts to warm up. Breathe. Try to slow down your heart rate. Feel the energy, feel the new energy. Acknowledge what's happening in your mind as well. Maybe you're feeling good. Maybe you're like, okay, I've got this. Maybe you're feeling a little frustrated. Maybe you're sore. Maybe you're tight. Whatever's happening, just let it be there. Let it exist. Acknowledge it, but don't let it affect you. Okay. Coming back to our breath here. Bringing our hands to our heart center. On your next inhale, bring your arms above your head. This time, keep your arms shoulder width apart. Exhale to bend forward at your waist. Don't bend all the way down, so we're just bending forward to create a 90-degree angle. Put the weight into your toes and heels equally. Slight microbend in the knees. Hold here, creating a straight spine. Protecting your lower back by sucking in your abdomen. Inhale to come up. And on the exhale, we'll step our right foot back as if we're going into a low lunge. But this time, or high lunge, this time our toes are pointing in a 45-degree angle to the front right corner of our mat. Our arms are straight with space between our ears and our shoulders. We're creating a bend in our front left knee. You should feel a nice stretch in your quads, and your hamstrings. See if you can go a little deeper into this stretch. Your knee should be over your ankle, so you're not going over. You should still be able to see your toes. Inhale. Exhale to rotate your back feet in, planting your palms on the ground and dropping your knee for that low lunge. Inhale to twist up to the left. Exhale, plant your palms, curl your toes under. Align your feet, heel to heel alignment. This is for the warrior one. Sweeping your palms back up into warrior one on the inhale. And exhale to plant put your weight in your left foot and slowly step forward, feet together. Inhale, exhale to bend. That 90-degree angle with our back and our legs. Imagine if somebody put a hot cup of tea on your back. Would it spill off? Inhale, exhale. Inhale to engage your core and come up. Exhale to step your left foot back into warrior one. Your toes are pointing to the front left of your mat. Your hips are square, facing the front of your mat in a neutral position. You're bending your knee so that it is over your ankle. Your arms are up above your head, creating space between your ears and your shoulders. Breathe here. Feel your quads warming up, toning. Exhale to rotate your back foot in. Swing your hands down, plant your palms, and drop your left knee on the ground. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, as if you're smearing paint across your chest, up your arms to twist. And imagine if you had a wall behind you. You would want to be completely against the wall. So try and really open up your chest here. Send all of your energy up to the ceiling. Not letting our hips open here, keeping our right leg turned in. Exhale, plant your palm, curl your toe, align your back foot for that warrior one. Toes pointing to the front of the mat. Back leg is straight. Inhale, engage your core and come back up to warrior one. Hold here. Exhale. Inhale to plant all of your weight in that right quad and float to the top of your mat. Inhale and exhale, release. Feel the sensation of the warmth in your body, maybe some heat in your quads. Just enjoy the new exchange of energy that's happening. Okay, inhale, hands above the head, hands apart here, looking up. Exhale to hinge from the hips and bend to a 90-degree angle. Hold here. Stay strong in your arms, keeping them straight. Inhale to bend your knees to come straight back up. Exhale to step your right leg back into warrior one. Your heels should be in the same line. Hold here. Focus on your alignment. And once that is in check, focus on your breath. As we inhale, we turn our toes inward, staying in the high lunge. We come down into this airplane arm variation of our high lunge. Feeling the sensation in our left quad here. Our right heel is reaching to the back of the mat. Engage your right quad as well. Imagine if somebody is trying to pull your legs apart and you're trying to keep them together. Inhale, bring your arms above your head and slowly planting your weight in your left leg. Step your right foot up halfway, not all the way to the front of the mat, just a half step in between your legs. The weight is in your left leg here. Hips are pointing forward. We're in that 90-degree angle between our back and our legs. Distribute your weight into your toes. Try and see if you can create some balance here so that you could maybe lift your right leg off the ground. Exhale to come up. Inhale, release. Now we'll do the other side. Inhale, raise your arms above your head. Exhale to bend, hinging at the hips. Inhale, this time we'll step our left leg back to warrior one position. Arms are straight, fingers are glued together. My toes, my left toes are pointing to the front left corner of my mat. Find a variation here. Maybe create a back bend if you would like. Inhale to rotate your left toes in as you come down into a floating airplane, flying airplane. Arms are parallel maybe to the ground or in the same line as your legs. We're not resting on our leg here, we're just floating gently above it, grounding down through your toes. Left heel is reaching to the back of the mat. Feeling the warmth in the right quad. Inhale, exhale, inhale to raise your hands straight above your head and take that half step forward, creating that 90-degree here. Remember to balance the T on your back. Don't let it spill off. Creating some balance in our left toe. Maybe it hovers off the ground a little bit. Slight micro bend in the knee. Arms are straight here. Inhale. Feel the shake, feel the burn. Exhale. Release forward. Wiggle your hips. Nice. Shake it up. All right, inhale. Raise your palms to the ceiling. Exhale, forward bend, 90-degree angle. Stay here and breathe. If this is hurting your back, just don't bend as much. Lean forward, engage your core, but don't bend to the point that your lower back is hurting. So just stay here if you need to. But if you can, and eventually you will, come forward to this 90-degree bend. Inhale. Without coming up, step your right leg back into warrior one. And exhale, we'll take a variation here, keeping our heels down. Right toes pointing forward. We'll bring our arms down behind us in this airplane variation. Give your front knee a little more of a bend so that you're directly over your front ankle. And this time, we'll inhale to rotate our back toes in. Plant your palms, don't drop your knee, stay in the high lunge, and we'll take a twist here. You can stay in the lunge, you can also drop down to a low lunge if you want to, or you can try your twist from the high lunge. Try to maintain that line in your arms, keeping your neck straight in line with your spine, looking up to your left thumb. Inhale for a few breaths here. Engage your core, engage your right quad. Press away from the ground. Don't collapse in your shoulder. Create a lot of space between your shoulder blades. Exhale, release your palm. This time, we'll come up into our high lunge. From here, we're going back into that balancing. So take a half step forward, and then shift your weight all the way into your left foot. Distribute your weight so that maybe your right leg comes off the ground. Maybe you stay here. Keep your hips pointing forward. Maintain that straight back. If you want to stay on the ground, you can definitely stay there as well. But here, maybe you lift your leg a little higher. Toes are pointing down to the ground. Focus on the point in front of you to maintain your balance. Inhale. Exhale, bend your left leg. And slowly drop your right foot to the ground. Notice the way that it feels, the difference between your two legs. Shake your left leg out. Good job. Okay, inhale. Hands to the ceiling, shoulder width apart. Exhale to bend 90 degrees. Hold here. Always engage your core in these bends to protect your lower back. Inhale, we step our left leg back to warrior one. Left toes are pointed to the front left of the mat. Right knee is over right ankle. Here, we'll come up, warrior one. Nice. Maybe take a slight back bend. And exhale to fold forward, hovering over your right quad. Arms in that airplane variation. Ground down through your toes. Come back to your breath. Maybe you come back to your intention from the beginning of practice. When things start to get difficult, we can always come back to our breath and our intentions. Inhale, rotating your left toes in. Plant your palms on the ground. Exhale. And inhale if you want to paint up your left side body to twist. Shooting the energy directly up to the sky. Reaching for the sky. Press away from the ground with your left hand. Inhale, exhale, smile. Inhale, exhale to plant your palms. Coming back up into the high lunge that we've been in before. Stay here. Hold here. And exhale to step halfway in between your feet. Keeping your arms straight here. Find the balance in your right leg to lift your right or left toes off of the ground. You can stay here. Make sure you have a micro bend in your right knee, keeping your back straight. Press away from the ground to come up into your balance. Hips are pointing down to the ground here. My left leg comes up as high as it can, maintaining that integrity in my hips. I'm not opening my hips here. We always want to maintain that. So if this is where you are and you can't if you can't keep your hips forward anymore, then you just stay here. That's okay too. I'm getting hot. All right, exhale to plant your left toes back on the ground. Whew, I'm sweating. Bring your palms down by your side. Breathe here. Come back to your breath. Notice what it feels like. Yoga is about connecting our mind with our breath and our breath with our body. Movement with breath. And that way you can kind of, for a minute, not for long, but separate your mind from the monkey mind or the mind matter that takes up a lot of time, and it sometimes is harmful. It's like clearing the fog for me when I do yoga. I can just separate what's real, what's physically here, with what's going on around me. So anyway, inhale to raise your hands above to the ceiling, and exhale to forward fold, bringing your hands all the way down. Bend your knees here. Wiggle your hips from side to side. Let it go. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And we will plant our palms to step back into one more downward dog of the practice. So do it right. Nobody is forcing you to do this, this is all for you. And if you're here, you're probably looking for something. Maybe somebody sent this to you because they were thinking of you. Whatever it is, enjoy this moment for what it is. And enjoy your hamstrings, no matter how tight they are. It's a day-by-day, step-by-step process. Okay, inhale, exhale to drop down to your knees into a seated position and child's pose. Relax. Let the weight of your body sink into the ground. Slowing down the breath for a minute. Catching our breath. Thanking our muscles, thanking our body for holding us up. And inhale to come back up. So we're going to do a little back bend. If you have any high blood pressure issues, you shouldn't do any back bends. But if not, you can join this practice. If you have any back issues as well, you can always just stay in child's pose here, or you can stay in a seated position, whatever's comfortable for you. For those of you who want to join the back bends, we're going to come up onto our knees, bringing our knees hip width apart. Heels are in line with our legs and our knees. So we're going to do a half camel today. So first, we'll do the right side. You bring your right arm up to the ceiling. Then you swim your right arm and hand back behind you to grab your right heel or your right shin or calf. Grab your heel. Then bring your left arm up to the sky. Push your hips forward here, so you really are getting a good stretch in your back and in your quads as well. Bonus. Breathe here. Hold here. Relax your neck. Try not to hold any tension in your neck. I'm slipping because my feet are sweaty. And inhale, engage your core to come back up. Swimming your arms back up to neutral. Now inhale, bringing your left arm up and back and around to catch your left heel or foot or calf. Bringing your right arm up to the ceiling and pushing your hips forward here. Feeling the stretch in your back. Take a few breaths here. Really engaging your core here to hold you up. Inhale, exhale, and inhale to engage and come up. Whew. Let's go down into child's pose to reverse that back bend. Yeah. Be very kind to your lower back. Drop your arms down to the ground. Relax here. Breathe into your legs, into your quads. Nice. Bring your hands in front of you to press up. And from here, we're going to move into seated position. So bring your legs out to the side and around. Ooh. All right, so this pose is called Dandasana. It looks easy, but maybe it's not. Maybe it is. We have to focus on our alignment here. So, like before when we were standing, you want your back and your legs to be in a 90-degree angle, as if you're sitting against a wall. Back straight, shoulders back, toes flexed, so you're really engaging your quads here. Also engage your core to help you sit up. And you can put your hands down by your sides or down behind you. And we'll just sit here. You can close your eyes and feel your body. Just making sure that your spine is straight. And you're engaging your quads. Take a few breaths here. Just listen to your breath. Listen to your body. What's it saying? I'm saying it's tired. that's okay, because we're allowed to be tired sometimes. So from your Dandasana pose, you're going to bring your legs in with your hands so that your feet are just about halfway in front of you with your knees together. Place your palms back on the ground, and we're going this time for boat pose. So the goal here is to balance on our sits bones, keeping our knees together and our feet together. But to start, we can keep our toes on the ground here. We're engaging our core, leaning back a little bit, using our hands to support us, but not too much weight in the hands, just gently on the ground. So we'll hold here for a few breaths. And exhale to release. And then for the second round, we'll place our palms on the ground again to start. And this time, maybe you bring your feet up so that your legs are parallel to the ground. And if you want a little more here, you can bring your hands out to parallel the ground as well, palms facing up. Breathe here. Keeping your spine straight, your chest is open, engaging your core, holding your legs together and parallel to the ground, balancing and enjoying this pose for what it is. Feel your body reacting when it's put under pressure. Maybe you're shaking. Enjoy it. One last inhale and exhale to help yourself back down to the ground. Nice. One more time here. So this time you can take any variation. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you're here. Maybe you bring your arms out. Or if you want to heat it up a little more, you can straighten your legs for the full expression of boat pose. Palms are facing up, legs are straight, core is engaged, my back is also straight, my neck is in a line with my spine, and when it gets difficult, you can also come back down to modify. Just listen to your body. And exhale to come down. Great job. For our last seated posture, we're going into a Baddha Konasana, a butterfly pose. So, bringing our feet together, knees are coming down to the ground. You can grab your toes here or grab your ankles. Sometimes this is a very difficult posture because we spend a lot of our days with our legs together, sitting at a desk or maybe walking around. So this can be very tight here. So if you're up here or you can't come in any closer and you're out here, stay there if that's what's comfortable. But maybe you can find a deeper stretch if you bring your heels closer to your perineum. For me, this is one of my favorite stretches. It's very comfortable for me. So if you want to deepen that, you can use your elbows to press down into your thighs. And if you're doing that, you just want to keep your back straight here. No rounding in the spine. We're keeping our back straight. To fold forward slightly if you find that mobility. If not, you can stay wherever you are. Sometimes with our breath, we can invite a little deeper stretch. So just listen to your body here and don't get discouraged. Every day is different. Now come up and gently bring your legs together. Drop them straight down in front of you for that staff pose, your Dandasana again. And we'll come into a gentle rest on our back. Nice. We're not finished yet. We're getting there. So bring your knees up to your chest, and we're just going to give our back a little massage for the end of our practice. You can rotate your legs with your hands in a circle. And if you do that, then reverse your circle. You can rock side to side. Maybe you want to take some sort of rocking chair variation. So bringing your palms under your thighs, rocking front to back to massage the whole spine. And when you're satisfied, you can come down to release. Oh, not yet. Come and bring your legs to your chest, also arm. Dropping your palms to your sides in a T shape here. Palms are facing down. So we're going to do some twisting a little bit more. So we'll take our legs and rotate them first to the right, dropping them down to the ground. Now we want to keep our shoulder on our left side pressed into the mat here. So you're not coming up at all, popping up, you're just staying down. You can look over your left shoulder. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can take your right hand to press down gently into your left thigh. And stay here. Relax your face muscles. Enjoy the stretch here. Sending breath into your lower back. Inhale to come back up to center. Exhale. And inhale to drop to the left. Looking over our right shoulder now. We want our right shoulder to be pressing into the mat. And you can use your left hand to create a deeper stretch if you want to, by resting it on your right thigh. As you inhale, feel your belly expand with your breath. And exhale to feel it compress. We did a lot of work on our back today, so just take good care of your spine. Send it some love. Now we'll inhale to come back to center. And this time, we'll release our legs down to the mat. Your feet will be the width of your mat, and you can snuggle into your Shavasana. This is your relaxation pose, which is very important that you never, ever, ever forego your Shavasana. It's so good for resetting the body after a deep practice. So hands are the same width as your yoga mat. Your shoulders can snuggle under your back. Maybe you close your eyes, gently smile, and just take a few moments here, we won't stay here very long, to reconnect with your breath, to deepen your breath. Send gratitude to your body. Slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes, come back to your body, normalize your breathing. We'll bring our legs and our hands together above our head, feet together to stretch. One last stretch. And inhale to bring your knees to your chest and roll to the right side of your mat or the left, whatever one you want. Resting your head on your arm like a pillow. Stay here for a moment. Then you can use your top arm to press yourself up, keeping your eyes closed, back into your comfortable seated position. Spine is straight, chin is parallel to the ground. Use these last moments to send some gratitude to your body. Maybe you send some love to somebody. Just give thanks to what is today and really be present and pay attention to how you're feeling. When there's a lot going on in the outside world, you can always come back to your breath and to your mantra. So finally, we'll bring our palms together in front of our heart and just have one last moment of gratitude for ourselves for completing this practice. Bring your palms up to your third eye, the space between your eyes and your forehead. And we bow to each other. Namaste. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for finishing this practice with me. It was my first yoga class ever. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. If you have any comments or anything that you wish I had done differently or any suggestions, just let me know. I'm open to feedback, so I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste.